So I'll try and keep this as fast as possible. This is the last one. But what I wanted to talk about is really how we can combine search and social and have synergy between the two channels in the travel industry. And I wanted to basically say 5 really important facts about how we combine, why it's important to combine search, social, and SEO, and how we can go about that as well. So just to start with, 5 reasons why the two should be combined. This is just a quick heat map to show how the engines have actually changed and how user behavior has changed as well. So if we look at the left, this is 2013, early 2013 and prior as well. We see, a lot of people are still interacting with the SERPs right at the top left, the paid search and top results and the top 2 organic results as well. But what we've seen through user behavior with SERPs is that behavior is actually shifting in 2014. So if we look at the right, you can see that actually how people are behaving with the page is across the page. And that means there's much more real estate that we can take advantage of across those SERPs. So again, that's very important for a blended media mix strategy. Just to understand how people spend their time online, the top 2 channels are search and social networking, which comprises over 40%. And in terms of the 2 channels, two important channels that are trusted worldwide, it is search and social as well. So we can see, obviously, trends that are important here. And when we look at campaigns that we run where we combine search and social, we always see that they work better together. Some interesting stats on that is that consumers exposed to a brand influenced social media and paid search program are 2.8 times more likely to search for that brand's product compared to users who saw only paid search. And that study also showed that a 50% click-through rate increase in paid search was there when consumers were exposed. And if we look at the graph, there's massive improvements in KPIs when you're having paid Facebook ads and paid search campaigns working together. This is just on the SEO side to give you an idea of a lot of the updates that we're seeing. And it's not so you can read through every line. It's just to show you how many updates continue to happen on the Google algorithms and how difficult that is to keep up with. What we've noticed is that, at least from 2009 up to 2012, a lot of that was impacted to organic search. But the later Hummingbird algorithm updates, it's actually influencing both paid and social rankings as well on that page. So it's important to understand how the algorithms on the back end are working to actually have an impact across all of those channels, and why, therefore, it's important to focus on dominating the page from local, from social, and from search, even if that is clearly just for your branded search terms. This is, essentially what we see is that when we see that you're listed for your paid search ads and within social on the organic listings and within the schema, it has a massive multiplier effect on, there's a clear statistical advantage basically in securing that click. So the multiplier effect is that if you're working towards getting earned SEO and paid listed on the page, and even if that is just for 5 of the top keywords, that can have massive improvements and change on that page. So, now we understand, obviously, that is very important. I want to just kind of touch on the 5 steps of how we can actually combine search and social together to work effectively. The first thing is that we need to capture that data, and we need to be able to capture that into one place. A lot of the times we'll see that data for SEO is segregated from your social and segregated from your paid search campaigns. Being able to view that in one place gives you a starting point for able to analyze what are the synergies between the channels, what's working and what isn't. And then we can capitalize on it, target efficiently customers across those channels, craft a strategy, and circulate based on that. So going into that, first of all, with capturing data, the best way to do this is, when you have a platform that can integrate all of those channels and bring that data into one place, you can see what is driving shares, what is driving likes, what is optimizing to revenue and not sales within your long tail keyword strategy. And again, on the SEO side, which pages are driving traffic and keywords as well. How to capitalize on that? Using search to improve social. So it is really important to analyze what the search queries are, what brand term traffic you have, mobile search traffic, and being able to see that in real time and seeing, are there trends where I've got uplift within my search campaigns and I haven't got a social campaign that's matching that? That's a gap that could be filled very quickly. That is done much more often, but using social to improve search is also quite a powerful tool. Looking at your analytics data and being able to identify areas where you're not promoting or organically listed, but you're getting a lot of keyword activity for your posts and for social shares as well, or even whether you're getting likes and you don't have a paid campaign. If you can make the three things work in synergy together, you're actually moving towards, capitalizing on that whole page. And target intention. We talk about intention a lot. Targeting intention across the user funnel, really understanding how users are behaving, as they pass through the whole buying funnel, and what keywords are they using across the different channels at those different stages is very important, because then you can bucket that together and have KPIs at each of those sectors to be able to target intention correctly. Target location. So we talk a lot about devices and local searches. The interesting stat I thought here was 50% of local searches result in purchases. So it is very important to understand how you're performing at the local level as well, and if we can drive pages that are very locally dedicated in order to be able to capitalize on that. And this is just an example. So, in terms of how you can localize those results, it's identifying the location of users, and if there's synergies or trends that you're seeing with specific search terms within a specific location, ensure that you've got a specific localized URL and localized page that is created just for that specific location. And then that is probably going to beat the natural ranking OTAs in that position at that point in time, very rapidly. The other really important point here is, optimizing for the schema markup. We see that dominating the middle of the page more and more, and I think that will continue to grow into 2014, 2015. So being able to capitalize on that, you can actually gain some very small wins on the local side and beat the overall organic rankings that have been established there for a long time. So that's that. And not to say, content is obviously very important. The importance of having good content, but also making sure that that content is matching throughout all of your 3 different strategies can make a big difference. So being able to identify those gaps, ensuring that the content across there is great for the customer experience. So what your customers are talking about or sharing on Facebook should be what is delivered within your paid search and what is on the optimized page that you're landing to as well. And that's crafting the good strategy. And finally, it's delivering that across your media channels in the most effective way. And I think what's important to say here is also, in order to be able to do all of this, you're dealing with a lot of data in real time that you want to be able to capitalize on in one dashboard. And bringing all of this into one place is the best way to take action on that. And that's all. Thank you.